Welcome, Buhi Board members. We had some big goals for this quarter, and to reach them required that we try new things and learn from those experiences. We used engaging content on a variety of platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to showcase our products, share behind-the-scenes content, and engage with customers. We utilized organic and paid advertising as well as influencers to actively build community and increase brand awareness. To increase engagement, we tried different approaches and studied the outcomes each week. Using the information from each weekly run, we made adjustments and tried other things until we found what worked for each platform. As we increased engagement, sales increased as well. The process took time and a bit of trial and error, but each week we learned more and made better choices. On this graph, you can see the overall trend of both the organic and paid ads. Building engagements and revenue with organic ads is a process, but while it is slow, there was progress over the first 3 weeks. Adding paid ads increased our reach more quickly, with revenue rising sharply in the 4th week. But that needed to be weighed against the cost of ads. The results fluctuated a bit, but overall, the trend was an increased return on investment. We saw a sharp rise in engagement and revenue when we added influencers to our strategy. On this slide, we can see the top 4 influencers that we worked with over the following 3 weeks. We tried to balance the cost of hiring each influencer with how well they were able to engage the prospective Buhi customers and how much revenue they were able to bring in. Over the weeks, we used a cycle of testing platforms and different ways of engaging with our audience. When we received the analytics for each week, we used those numbers to determine what was working and what wasn't. We made adjustments as needed by trying different platforms, targeting different demographics, or working with different influencers. Continually monitoring the analytics, we found a good balance between organic and paid ads, enhanced with influencers who understood our brand and the customers most likely to be interested in our products. Throughout those weeks, the groups that were most reliably consistent in their engagement were fitness enthusiasts, consumers who enjoyed being in the outdoors, and students, with a smaller margin of revenue coming from young professionals and customers who were interested in bags for travel and day trips. On this slide, you can see the relationship between different platforms and the type of ads we used. Revenue is higher with influencer activity, and they were more successful on TikTok and Instagram, with a small but reasonable presence on YouTube due to the short-form video content that appeals to younger consumers, and the more personal feeling that an influencer is able to give to a promotion. Organic and paid ads worked well on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, where community engagement and stories were more likely to capture the attention of older audiences. The cost per ad was controlled and reduced by reusing content on different platforms, which allowed us more of our budget to hire influencers without sacrificing the community that more organic platforms created. Although Olivia and Jake charged the highest fees, they generated the greatest amount of revenue, making them the highest value partnerships despite the larger upfront investment. We chose to invest in some smaller influencers as well, despite the lower ROI, because we wanted to expand Buhi's brand awareness into areas that those influencers dominated. For example, while Olivia and Jake are outdoor adventure influencers, that leaves a lot of other possibilities untapped. By including Aiden, we expanded our customer reach into people who enjoyed photography and outdoors, and Ethan gave us access to avid travelers. The crisis caused by the note found in one of our bags could have been disastrous for the company's reputation, but we were able to contain it and turn it around with a transparent and honest approach to the problem, which included outreach on our various platforms, an increase in education content intended to showcase who Buhi really is. We were able to turn down the heat on the controversy by assuring our customers that we were taking it very seriously, and by cooperating with authorities as they made their investigation into the allegations. After those steps were taken, we made every effort to answer customer questions and respond sensitively to comments on multiple platforms. Our results showed that while organic posts on social media platforms help to increase brand awareness, introducing potential customers to Buoy and paid content help to increase engagement, building community, and sharing the things we love with others. If we really want to reach people who are the most likely to want our products, we need to have influencers on these platforms expanding our message and giving our consumers a reason to go from engagement to purchasing, because that is where we saw our greatest return on investment. While paid advertising produced results, combining it with organic content and influencer partnerships created stronger one-on-one engagement and better long-term growth.